Good evening, people. This is John Ashford. Sorry about the fucking delay. Technical difficulties. I'm not the most technical savvy brother on the planet, but I can cook my ass off. So with that, today we're going to talk about something that's healthy, quick, and easy. Turning my skillet on, what we're going to do is we're going to have shrimp, sauteed shrimp with chopped bacon and eggs, with arugula, carrots, bell peppers, mustard, not mustard, avocados. You need to see what I'm fixing. Red bell peppers, a half of a red bell pepper, about 4 carrots chopped up, and I'm going to chop up 2 eggs. Why salad? Oh, I need 1 second. Maybe somebody will come downstairs and they'll bring something for me. I need to get these special chips that I put on the salad to give it, added some crunchiness to it. But everything's going to be made from scratch tonight. It's going to be honey mustard dressing. I prefer, that's my favorite. And I called it a Cobb salad, but it's my Cobb salad. And the reason I call it a Cobb salad is that when I go to a restaurant, first they use this lettuce. I was going to call it watercress, but it's a lettuce that has no significant value. You know, the lettuces you get, iceberg lettuces you get on your hamburger at a restaurant. When you look at the health benefit from that lettuce, it's slim to none. But yeah, somebody's bringing something. I don't know if she's going to come on the screen or not, but okay. So today we're going to use arugula. So let me let you see what arugula looks like. That's arugula. This wild arugula. You can get it for about $3 a bag at Trader Joe's. That's where I prefer buying it. It will add a little bit of significance to your body health-wise. When you look at iceberg, it's a larger lettuce, head of lettuce, but it's all water. And when it breaks down, it's good roughage in your body, but it doesn't give you as many minerals. As the darker the green, the more the minerals. Okay. So what we're gonna start out with today is, I guess I'll put together the salad dressing, and it's really simple. Check this out. I buy local honey. I would suggest you buying local honey, because if you're going to use honey, you might as well get the benefits from the honey. The bees in your area actually supply antibodies. I think this is true. Don't quote me, but look into this. The bees from your specific area actually help the body because it can fight off the viruses, whatever, in your area. The pollen from the pollen. Okay. So what I do is always buy local honey from wherever your area is. So like if I was to live in Chicago, because some of my friends watch this from Chicago or California, I would buy honey that's actually from that area. It actually adds a contribution to your body. Okay. So this is how this works. We're going to take a tablespoon of honey. We're going to put that in there. Put that to the side. We're going to take 3 tablespoons of apple raw organic apple vinegar. Now, you can go back and do the research on this vinegar. It adds a lot to the body, apple vinegar. You can use other vinegars, but I prefer using that one when I'm going to use, if it's not, now there are tons of vinegars, okay? But for tonight, this vinegar is going to offer the body the most contribution. And I said when I went live early on Facebook, I apologize. I said I was going to be here an hour or 20 minutes before, but I failed. But I'm not going to judge myself. I'm not going to beat my body up for that. So what I'm doing is I'm actually mixing the honey and the vinegar together so it breaks down the honey, because I just don't want this glob of honey sitting on the lettuce. Let me turn my fire down, the heat down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a tablespoon of Dijon mustard. Add just a little bit more. I like the Dijon. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stir that up. So what I'm actually doing is I'm actually creating to where it's looking like that. Okay, it's real simple. Now, some people like tons of dressing. I don't want my salad to be drenched. I want it to be, I want it to lightly land on the lettuce and the other vegetables and the bacon. Okay, so I'm gonna take some salt. I use sea salt. It's about a teaspoon of sea salt. Add that there. Stir that up. Now my salad dressing is all prepared. I'm gonna sit that here so you guys can check that out. See how delicious that looks? I'll taste it for you. Oh my God, waiting for the salad. So the next thing is our shrimp. Now, the shrimp that I use, I mentioned this before on a previous show. I like Argentinian wild shrimp. I'm biased. I'm biased because there's less, I don't like farm shrimp have an aftertaste. Wild shrimp don't have an aftertaste, and it's really difficult to find. But when you go in the freezer section, or if you go into the butcher section, when you see the shrimp, you see different shrimp that say from Thailand, from the US, say wild, buy the wild. The flavor is scrumptious. Trader Joe's has one of the best deals. I'm plugging for Trader Joe's. Trader Joe's has a really good deal on Argentinian shrimp, or prawns they call it. What I've done is I cut them in half because I want them to cook really quick. And then my oil, what I've done, I prepared some bacon that I'm gonna put in the salad, and I took and poured the oil off. I add a little olive oil, red pepper olive oil, so it can give a little spice to it. And I want to cook these shrimp extremely quick. So I'm gonna drop this in here. Yeah, bacon's in it also. My wife loves bacon. And I wish you were here because you could then smell the peppers cooking. Best shrimp a while. Yeah, babe. The best shrimp a while. I turn this down. Oops. While that's going on, take my bacon. 3 strips of bacon. Cut that up. I probably lost a lot of people tonight but if you're on YouTube, so check this out. One of the things about cooking for me is that I had a rough day today. I had a rough day because I had to deal with something with work around this thing that happens in the United States called racism. A lot of people say, oh, you're going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about that because of what happens with the separation that happens with racism. A friend of mine was starting a business, and he had to contemplate if he would put his picture on his brochure because he was worried about being African American and people would do business with him. And I thought it saddened me. It saddened me because we continue to do separation and liberation in this reality. And what will it take? You know, I was telling a friend after the meeting, I was like, you would think that the United States would be a lot more powerful than it is and find some type of unity. But what's happening is a lot of separation going on. And I don't get it. A country that has the greatest possibility, we're not choosing greatness. Back to the salad. So now, I want you to see it doesn't take very long. That's the shrimp. Very, very well done. I'm going to try one for you. Don't do this. So on the shrimp, forgot I was telling you what's on the shrimp. I use a seafood spectacular. I bought this at a local store. It has, let's see what it has in it. It has salt, paprika, onion, garlic, sugar, red basil, celery seed, oregano, and ginger and rosemary. I am a garlic lover. I put about a teaspoon of garlic. Is that right? So you can see this. I'm showing the wrong camera. Teaspoon of garlic and a pinch of salt. The shrimp is sitting on the side. And guess what? The salad is almost ready to be prepared. But I want to introduce you to something that I found. Okay. Now, if you live in the Northwest or if you have a computer, you can buy this online. It's one of my new finds for salads. Let me get to why Tori and I started eating salads. I go to a naturopath doctor, and he said, you need to start adding a lot more minerals and vegetables to your diet. And so we decided that we're going to start eating a lot more salads. In the process of eating more salads, we were like, they got bland and boring. So I was like, what could I do to perk up my salads? So I started doing a little research. And what I found out is that I wanted crunchiness. So sometimes we add nuts, almonds, walnuts, pecans. Sometimes we candy the nuts. That sounds kind of weird, candy the nuts. But okay, yeah. So what you do in the process, let me explain what candy nuts are. I take the same skillet. I take some sugar, some raw sugar, put it in there, put the pecans or walnuts in there. I stir it. The sugar starts to dissolve. Do not add any water, anything like that. The sugar starts to dissolve. It sticks to the nuts. I take some cinnamon and salt, put it on there, put it on a flat plate, let it cool. And when it cools, I break it up, put it in a plastic container. And when I have a salad, voila, just break off some of that in the salad. That's what happens when you have candy nuts. I'll show you how to do that one time in another show. So getting back to my fun, okay? This is called, take this out. Can you see this? They're all natural, vegetarian, tasty Southern Indian tidbits, gluten-free, no trans fat. The crunchiness, recently my wife and I stopped eating gluten. I'll tell you about gluten. Gluten creates expansion in the body, in your joints. And what happens is that it also happens in the belly. You have leaky gut, which leads to leaky booty. Just kidding. Leaky gut actually creates other disease. So what happened is that we go in different stores. I go in the store, so I love shopping. My wife really doesn't like shopping that much, but I love it. So I go in the store and I start testing. And so when I go to the store, I saw this in a local store in Camas, Washington. And I've only been able to find these in Camas, but there is a, let's see, Maruka brand crafted, supply locally supplied. Oh, yes, you can find it at www.sclms.com. It's out of Albany, Oregon, gluten-free, onion flavored, pepper flavor. Oh my God, a great additive to the salad. I'll get back to that later. So what we're going to do, sit that over here, sit this here. Any questions? No questions. Oh, there's one thing that I need to do. One thing I need to do. Boiled eggs. Christine, what's up, sister? So I have not forgotten my dear sister. You guys might have seen her a couple weeks ago. She was on here. She gave me this great idea. Every show will have a spice. Garlic is going to be our spice. It's not really a spice that I'm going to connect to a process to help you and your body out for having more fun and ease in living. But what I want to do first is cut up my egg. So I boiled these eggs and I cut them in fours. You see that? Let me see. I'll show you in a second. So I'll cut this here. The yolk came out. The yolk doesn't want to stay in. Get back in there. So what happened is that I cut the eggs like that. So I like to design my salads, okay? Designer salads. What is that like? Designer salads are like designer bodies. You know, everybody's body is different. And Andrea, what's up? I am cooking in Burbank, I was told recently. Segue real quick. I am a humanoid. I can't think of one thing and just stay on one topic. I'll get back to my designer salad. I'll be in California next weekend, not this weekend. I'll be in Chicago this weekend, hanging out with my peeps, chilling. But I'll be in California at a 3-day body class by Danielle Carter. Maybe somebody can throw that up there. Tori, if you could throw that up there. So if you want to go to this 3-day body class, it's the yumminess of healing bodies. I'm going to start teaching more body classes up here in the Northwest when I get back. That's my promise to myself, because I think that right now bodies need some healing touching, whatever that is. And I will be down there and I'm going to cook a meal for some of the people who are down there in the class. That's what I've been told or asked by my dear sister, Sarah. So back to the designer salad, arugula. Look at that. Okay. So what we're going to do, we're going to be like, thank you, arugula. Now I talk to my food. Just like when I fix food, I actually put some love in it. So my food is going to taste totally different than anybody else's food. People are like, what do you mean? Because I really connect to everything is energy. Most scientists, physicists will tell you that everything is energy. Everything on this table has some type of energy. So what I try to do is connect my energy to the energy of the food that I'm going to eat and the food that people are going to put in their body. And what if I could add a healing bliss. Tori said body bliss in Burbank. Yes. What if there's body bliss in the salad tonight for Tori and my son tonight when we eat this? Just think about that. Do you want to eat food with people that are sitting back in the back of the kitchen like, oh, I hate myself. I hate life. What the fuck am I doing? Who wants that? What you want is somebody's going to be like, ooh, salad. Gorgeous salad. Right? You want that because your body will say, ooh, that's sexy. Are we going to cook together? Yes, Andrea, we are going to cook. Now I'm gonna take that too. I'm promise. That's a promise. You and I are gonna cook. I think we'll be in Sarah's kitchen though. I think maybe it'll be your kitchen. I don't know. But yes, think of some things that you want to cook and let's create something special. So anyway, putting love into the salad. Okay. Being patient with the food. Gratitude for the growth. See, Tori's gratitude. Gratitude. That's another tool. If you have gratitude for you, the earth, your body, the food that you put in your body, the farmers who grew it, the people who picked it out of the fields, there's oneness that starts to happen right in your mouth. Oh, that sounds kind of sexy. Oneness that happens in your mouth, in your body, and all the molecules of the universe start to unite and be like, yeah, it's a party in your body. Let's do this. Anyway, back to the designer salad. So what I'm gonna add first is I have my carrots. And what happens, I take pictures. If you look on my Facebook or my Instagram, I actually take pictures of my food because it's art. Culinary hints, culinary art. John's Cobb Salad, you see? Wrong camera, okay. So this is what it's gonna look like. I'm gonna put this here. So now I want you to see something. Can you begin to see the color? Okay, so what if I told you that you start to eat with your eyes? Remember I told you about the pepper I can smell with my nose? My body can feel the energy from the vegetables and the different food on here. And what's happening is I'm beginning to create art that I'm gonna put in my body. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sprinkle my bell peppers on top. And I prefer red bell or yellow. Green ones are great, but they're not sweet. And as you can tell, I'm a sweet person and I like sweet bell peppers. And I have some avocado. Adding to this. Voila. Let's see. Okay. Now I want you to see this now. Remember I told you a designer salad. Look at that. Okay. So next, what we're going to do is we're going to take our bacon. Now you can use bacon bits, but I like organic I buy organic bacon, meaning not really go. There's no chemicals added to the pig. The pig is bad enough, I guess, for some people acidity wise, but I don't like sheep bacon because it's just really salty and you can't really taste the flavor of the meat. So I really go for the bacon that has a lot of flavor. And this is actually Black Forest bacon, which actually has a maple brown sugar backing to it. See, a designer salad. That can be sexy. Think about the person at work all day to come home, man to your wife or your significant other, and you actually prepare something that's gorgeous to the eye and gorgeous to the tongue. What would happen after dinner? You have to think about that. Okay, so I've been extremely silly tonight. So I'm gonna design my eggs. I'm gonna lay my eggs up here, my boiled eggs. So what I'm really doing is I have a lot of balance of protein and minerals through the vegetables. Okay, so I can get this out of the way. Set this over here. So now I'm taking you along the trip so you can see that. See that? Look at that. Isn't that sexy? Oh my God. Erling Brown. Hey, y'all. Okay. Erling Brown, I've known her since kindergarten. We went to school together in Chicago. Thank you for coming on here, Erling. This is my love. I'm doing this. I'm headed, but she's in Arizona. Oh, I might see you in Arizona. I'm going to Arizona in a couple of months. But anyway, the designer salad, getting back to designer salad. Why designer salad? Because look at this. Now, this is going to be a meal. We're not having anything else but this salad, okay? My gluten-free noodles, adding additional crunch with the bacon. Every step of the way. Check that out. You see that? Now for, where's my, so what happens is, now there's oils left in the skillet here, if you can see that. What I want to do is I want to make sure that I get all of those oils on that shrimp because I want that flavor to actually be throughout the salad. So what I'm going to do, so you should just throw it in one spot. That's not sexy. That's not orgasmic. That's just like, I hate cooking. I have to eat something. Think about what this does for the people who eat this with you. They know that you care about them. There's another person that I know online that I've been begging to come on my show, Alicia. She knows who she is in Portland. She actually does a lot of things online with, what is it, keto, which I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna share something with you guys. Okay, so that's that. So we're almost done. Check this out. A designer salad. You know how you've seen designer clothes, designer alcohol, designer salad. Now, remember this? Our honey mustard dressing. Okay. What we're gonna do is we're gonna drizzle it over there. So what I don't want is this to be just totally just wet and too much dressing. Wet. Okay, I'm gonna leave that alone. This is not an access class. This is orgasmic conscious cooking. So what I do is I drizzle this all around. Look at this. Oh my God. So you can buy honey mustard dressing, but let me tell you something. It will never taste like this. Never, 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 never. Wet might be good. Hey, you Derek, you know it. So I was trying to keep it clean, but you guys know I gotta. Okay, everybody knows. So I like George Clinton. Okay, and him and Bootsy Collins from P-Funk days say it ain't good if you can't play with it, especially if it's wet. I'm gonna let you guys go where he was going with that on your own. So the designer salad. Let me take the spoon out. My wife will be like, you left that. There's a lot of honey on there. So it's a lot of drippings on there. Oh my God. It's getting sexy in here. Okay, so pepper, 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 pepper. Where's my pepper? Hit it with this. Check this out, y'all. I'm gonna see if I can get this really close for you without dropping it. You see that? Oh, now that's a gourmet. Is mine. Voila. Bon appetit. I wish you were in here in the kitchen with me so you could taste this, but you're not. Here's the piece. Remember I told you every episode now will have a gift. And this is the gift that I'm gonna give you guys, okay? It's an access conscious tool. I'm a certified facilitator for access consciousness. We do a lot of energy work. We think out the box, we live out the box, and we be what we want to be. Okay. The tool for today is all life. Write this down. Comes to me with ease, joy, and glory. I'm gonna share that one with you, and garlic is connected to that tool tonight. I wish I was there too. I'm making this salad tomorrow. Hey. You can go online, the recipe. I'll put the recipe on because I forgot to give it to Derek, but it's really simple. Early, I'll hook you up and I'll just connect with you on Facebook, whatever, and send you that recipe. And that recipe will be also on YouTube later. But getting back to this too, all life comes to me with ease, joy, and glory. This morning I woke up, I had a meeting at work. We were dealing with things around racism here in Portland and Multnomah County. And I got really, really frustrated. A friend of mine was kind of sad because he woke up and before he went to bed last night, he knew he had to do this presentation to the senior leadership team, and people wanted to be safe. And I'm not throwing anybody under the bus, but when you're in the work of trying to change people's life, I don't believe in being safe. I think you have to take chances. I get it because this is a so crazy country right now. But the point is, my brother got really sad because in his business, he was contemplating not putting his picture because he's African American on this brochure. And what I'm gonna send to him when I get off of here is this tool, the garlic tool. All life comes to me with ease, joy, and glory. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. I'm sorry it was a delay, 7:21. I try to be on time, technical difficulties on my end. My brother Derek is helping me out big time. I love you guys. Until next week. Peace. Deuce. It'll be recording because I won't be live. I might be live in Burbank, but I got to figure out if my wife will bring the equipment down. I love you guys. Until next time, peace and blessings. Deuces.